Welcome back to Warner Studios. My name is John, and in this week's video I'm gonna show you my progress on the AI for my creatures and NPCs. Now AI is quite a big term, and what I'm actually talking about is the behavior of the NPCs. As a player, you often don't really think about why an NPC behaves in a way they do, how they go about their routines and so on. So I'm going to show you a little test setup I did and try to explain how a state machine works on that example. Now it's maybe good to say that my state machine I'm gonna use is based on the one from KiwiCoder, so if you are completely new to state machines, I highly recommend to have a look at his video where he goes more into the actual components of a state machine rather than my actual application of the state machine in my game. It's also worth to mention that his state machine is more like a framework where you can then add your own behaviors and actions and so on. And yeah, I was really happy with this framework he built and really enjoyed using it. So yeah, I think let's have a look at this test implementation for an NPC. Okay, so let's get started. Now one of the main basic things you need to know for a state machine is that you always go from top down and from left to right. So everything that is below something will come after it, and also something that is right of something will come after the left one. And if you have a look at this logic here, we can see that we have an interrupter, which means that if the left thing is true for some reason, which in our case is if the health is below 0 or is 0, then we're gonna interrupt whatever comes on the right. And as you can see, if I zoom out a little bit, on the right is our main logic. So on the left we have our on-die condition for this NPC, and on the right is our normal behavior, which means simply if the NPC dies, we're not gonna execute the normal behavior. Now what I do on die is simply I set it to ragdoll so it falls to the floor. And that's it. And as you can see here, you can have quite fun with the ragdolls. Well, let's not murder too many. Okay, let's go back to the tree. Now if you follow the right path, we have a repeated, which just means that he tries to repeat what follows each frame. And then after that we have an interrupter again. So whatever comes after that, he will try to select where we have a true condition. Now on the left side, which will be executed first, we have a switcher that basically looks if I'm doing a certain task, which is only the case when the NPC reaches a destination. So we first check if he's doing a task. If not, then we go on the right side where we do the actual movement and searching for the task. You can see here we have different tasks as an option. We have a random selector, and then when we come to this point, he just selects one by random at the moment. So when we get to this stage, he just selects a random destination or a random task, sets that task as a destination, and then goes there. And to go there, I also have a random selector to select different speeds. So sometimes he runs there and sometimes he just walks there, which gives it a little bit more of a natural feel. So that sometimes the NPC is hasted and sometimes he's just chilling, walking there. Now when this destination is reached, the code on the left will be executed because the is task will return true. So whichever task this part of the tree responds to will be executed. Now for the task I have a simple thing. I have the condition that checks if it is true, which will guide which one is selected. Then we sometimes have an animator condition where I set the animation to play a certain animation, like sitting. Then we have a waiting time, so he executes the task for a certain while. And then we reset the animator, so we can get back to walking. And just reset the task to null, so that the interrupt selector is false again and we fall back to the searching a new task and walking there. And that is an example implementation of my state machine. Of course, the actual state machine is going to be way more complex with more conditions like can he see a task, can he see you, are you attacking him, and so on. But I think you get the basic idea for such a state machine. Now for the flying creatures, it's a little bit more complicated because we need to do pathfinding in 3D space. I already did some testing for that, as you can see here, but that is not really ready to show off already, so you're gonna have to wait for that for a future video. I think I'm already gonna leave you with that for now, and I will update you in a future video about my progress on the system. And if you don't want to miss any updates, make sure to join the Discord channel, because I'm nearly always online there and I'm happy to answer any questions you have, so If you want to know something specific I maybe didn't mention in this video or about the game in general, just ask me over on Discord. And alternatively, just subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to stay in the update loop for videos like this. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!